Yeah, we need a good enough demo to send it to Bear Creek here. Are we rolling? That's typically done on a jun-jun. And then you have your mid-range bass patterns that are more like this. I'm Scott Anson. I'm a local percussionist in town. I owned a drum shop for a long time, different drum, and I played in quite a few bands and a lot of drum circles. When I first noticed I really liked percussion, I was hitting everything in school. And I would sit at the table and I did it, and the teacher would say no, no, no. And eventually they decided to drug me on Ritalin. So for years I wanted a drum set and I still was not allowed to have one. So eventually I ironically got into drumming through, I think, through boxing, through hitting a speed bag. And I was not allowed to have a drum set as a child, so I purchased a speed bag. And then I'd put on music, and I'd play the rhythms like a clave, da-da-da-da-da, to the speed bag. So eventually, I did this so much that I realized that I wanted a drum. And I didn't really start playing all that much until I started doing concerts and stuff like that. And my first experiences were in like the parking lot of Grateful Dead shows, rainbow gatherings, friends' houses. And I think I played for 10 years before I took my first lesson. And then took a few lessons and played professionally probably for another 10 years before I took more lessons. So some people go to college to learn drumming, and other people just you know, seek it on their own. It's somewhat of a universal language. I spent a little time in Puerto Rico, which, I mean, that's not very far away, but I had a friend there and he didn't speak any English at all, and I didn't speak very much Spanish either, but through the course of time we became good friends. And you know, I think it's kind of like a smile or a laugh. It's understood no matter, you know, where you're from. And when everybody starts connecting and synchronizing and playing together, it's a powerful feeling. No one person has to be doing very much, and the combined sound can sound amazing. I think that's when people's drumming really advances the most, is when they're playing for the total sound of the circle and not just trying to play as fast as they can or show off or whatever. They're trying to enhance the circle to its best potential for the enjoyment of everybody. It takes you to a place where you leave all your troubles behind and you're just in that moment for the second. And that's a good thing, you know, because the world can be a hectic place. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, what nationality you are or what income class you are, or any of that kind of thing. When you get out there to the circle, it's just people sharing this experience that's magical. And I see some of the richest people in St. Augustine mixing it up with bums and having fun. And it breaks down a lot of the social barriers of society. It's, you know, what's within you, not what you have. So that's the magic of it, I think. sitting on my fence today was a red robin, was an old blue jay. And as it occurred to me they can go any old way, well, I felt like a bird who was sitting in a cage. Cause we put fences and walls up all around. They keep ourselves in and they lock ourselves out. And while the birds just keep back smiling, we're looking like rats in a cage all running around dying. Cause there's fences and walls, some you can't see. People try to control you, they don't want you to be free. They tell you where you can, where you can't be, who you can, who you can't see. And they're making us do things that we don't want to do, and we just keep on working cause it's all we can do. Cause fences and walls are like our shackles and chains. We're getting run around like the corporate slaves. While my bird friends, they just kick back and laugh. How silly I am and ridiculous I act. Cause there was a time when everything was free, everything was there, everything we need. We chopped it all down, we ruined the seed, we put up fences and walls and we call it greed. Now every single day we gotta work and pay for the fences and walls, hope and pray. And as the birds left the fence, a teardrop fell as they flew away. So she did pretty good on that, I think. What about you guys? Yeah. That's the first time you ever played, huh?